Hello, hello, hello. How y'all doing? How you doing? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Oh, and I like the lighting. The lighting is great. Um, Give me a second. I wanna reach back and get my okay. All right. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to the morning chat where I tell you what's on my mind in the morning time. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? How you doing? How you doing? Okay, so child, if you can tell by the title, you know I'm gonna get into this whole Jess Hilarious, Angelica, T.S. Madison, and all that whole thing about womanhood. And if you are here on YouTube, you notice that my thumbnail don't have morning announcements, Amazon alert, DoorDash Chronicles, or the short chat, because this whole morning chat is going to be on this whole topic about womanhood, what started this whole conversation, this whole thing. Okay. Now, without any further ado, let me get into it. Now, um, let me go ahead and start with a disclaimer. Okay. There may be some things that you may not agree with me. And if you want to no longer follow me, I'm okay with that. Okay. I don't know everything. I don't claim to know everything. And I may have opinions that is just based in how I feel. Okay. So right now that and I might offend, and I'm okay. It's like I know I made people um come at me with education and not degradation and shame and calling me names. Okay, because if you give me that energy, I'm gonna return that energy. Okay, period. All right. And I will not say that I won't call names here either. Okay, but it is not with the intentions of being just mean for mean's sake. Okay. So I'm gonna try to kind of make it short because I have to end up opening up my window because I had a candle that was burning and causing the smoke alarm to go off. So I ain't gonna stay in this Atlanta heat, you know, like that inside my house, child. I'm gonna turn on this AC. Okay, so this topic of with Jess Hilarious and going back. I mean, having a clash of conversation, saw the topic. They came back again because T.S. Madison had added her 2 cents to the argument. Okay. And then, I'm sorry, I'm trying to find where my information, which would be, I want to say Tuesday, when Flame Roll that entered the conversation. Oh Lord, I don't know. I love it. Okay, I'm gonna click on this. You hear the sound. This is a gay man. Um, how he felt about the topic. Okay, I just recently changed my internet service, and so and these queens have set the movement back even further. Okay, Ty River. Ty River. This is a black. I mean, I think he's Latino. Neva, I'm a follower and I love him. And he's a gay black man. He gave his commentary on it. So guess what Auntie is going to be talking about? Let's talk about it. Let's hear it go. Okay, first of all, I stand with Just Hilarious. Everything she said. Initially with the same anger as she did. Okay, so now the light is getting a little dark. Pause. Pause but not pause, right? In the core of what she was saying. And initially with the same passion and anger, okay, as she said it with, okay? Everything that she said, I agree with. Okay, no minus nothing. I really do. Now, period. Um, and I do believe that this Angelica suffers from some type of mental illness. But I'm not a doctor. I'm not a therapist. I can't diagnose her because I'm not a doctor. Okay, I'm not that type of doctor. So the way non-doctors diagnose mental instability is calling it crazy. Her statement all in itself don't even make sense. How is it that a woman, okay, I do not subscribe to cisgender. And if you've watched my videos, you have heard me say that in vain of being respectful of, okay, this is what we're doing. Okay, we calling each other cis this and cis that. Okay, I have done it. I have since recently changed my mind on the whole cis situation. Okay, but when I say women, I mean women. Period. Okay, you know what I'm talking about. I don't have to add a prefix to it, and I'm not going to. Okay, I'm a woman. Just Hilarious is a woman. Okay, everybody else that you see in the picture on YouTube from I'm not throwing thumbnail, Angelica, T.S. Madison, and Flame Monroe are transgendered women. Okay, I think that Angelica. Look, first of all, let me rewind back and say, in chat, and I was going to rip. You want a bonus hole, bitch? I'm gonna give you one, Angelica. Okay, I'm gonna give you a bonus hole. You won't have a period. Okay. 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 When I'm through with you, verbally. But I did pray about it, and I thought about it. I was going to say, Jesus, you can forgive me later. I asked for forgiveness later, but I'm about to go in on this bitch or this man. Matter of fact, I wasn't even call her a man. I wasn't even call her a bitch because a bitch is a female dog. I was going to call her a man. Sir, since she wants to disrespect women by adding this prefix we never asked y'all to give us. We didn't ask you to call us cis anything. Okay. Period. So I was really ready to go in, and I was about to set the Jesus in me aside, honey. Okay. And I can't say that he won't slip. I won't put him on the shelf in the middle of this, especially if I got anyone that comes in here with some bullshit. Okay. Matter of fact, let me take a minute to let some of my friends know that I'm live and I'm talking about something on here. Okay. I wanted to just say that's where I was, and again I stand with Just Hilarious completely. As a woman, I stand with what she has to say. How you doing? Long time no see, Yonda. Um, I stand 100% with what she had to say about regarding it. Is that just baby? You can't diagnose her with a mental illness technically. Okay, I know it sounds crazy what she says. Most people who hear it, even her own community, thinks what she said was crazy. Okay, well, I'm here. Okay, I might be black and I might be ugly, but I'm here. Okay, I'm responding to a friend on Instagram, and I feel is that you can't really diagnose, but I know where she's coming from. She's coming from a place of hurt. Okay. And so when you hurt, well, hurt people. Okay, so she was like, she called her mentally ill, and she said basically, you'll never be me. You know what that reminds me of? It reminds me of the Five Heartbreaks that Eddie Kane was going past Flash, right? And he said, how's it feel to be me? Okay, you say you want to be me, but you can't get it because you ain't got it. That was the part. That was you can't get it because you ain't agree with that. And I'm not afraid. I'm trying to figure out where did the phobia come in? Because phobia, by definition, is fear. What are we afraid of? Maybe that you're trying to take over us. I mean, take over womanhood. Angelica, I want to speak to you for a second. Bitch, we don't want to own periods or having these parasites we call babies. Okay? If I could give you my fallopian tubes, my ovaries, my uterus, my cervix, and my vaginal canal, I would give it to you. But you know what comes with it is these grapefruit sized fibroids. Mm-hmm. What comes with it is having clots the size of my hand come out of me every 20 minutes. You think I want to own that? I have to be labeled crazy when I go through menopause and my hormones are changing up. Okay? You think I want to own that shit? You want it? I promise you 100% of us women would love to give you our period. I mean, the fullness, not just, oh, you just bleeding through your bonus hole. Okay. We're talking about real life going through it. I would love, you want to be a woman? I would say, oh, can you put her brain or her essence of who her spirit in this female body? Okay. I would love for her to have that. We're not trying to, that we're not like, oh, we the ones that have period. What Jess Hilarious is saying, I feel, she was saying that all the shit we go through, you're going to come in after going through all these surgeries to look like me. And then you want to claim womanhood like you've always lived this life as a woman? Like, no, no. Bitch, go somewhere. I don't know who you are and what the fuck you saying, but it sounds crazy as fuck. Okay? It sounds crazy. It sounds absolutely nuts. We don't own womanhood. You can have this shit. Okay? You can have womanhood, take it on, but take it on completely. Okay? Period. Okay? Now there's some men and others that don't seem to understand where we're coming from. Hi, Miss Juicy. Where we're coming from. Because it's like, well, what's the problem? You know what I'm saying? Well, the problem is We were okay with calling you he and she. I mean, calling you gender woman. We respected that. But when you tell me that I don't own womanhood, okay, that I don't want own womanhood after I went through the what's the I'm about to say probationary period, um puberty, where my breast, my chest changed into breast. That was painful. Okay, I started having a period. Okay, I was expecting that. I was taught about periods, so I have now a period. Now I'm bleeding from my vagina once a month. Then I have cramps that takes me out for the day that no man understands. Okay. No man understands those cramps. At 14 years old, you're cramping and you're going to the nurse's office and say, I am okay. Susceptible to venereal, well, we don't call it that anymore. It's not even STD anymore, it's STIs. Okay. Language changes so much. And you're telling me I'm not a woman, I'm susceptible to it, to these diseases from men that we slept with. We have to make sure we properly take care of that down there, the pH balance, that whole thing. We have to learn and grow to understand that area. And we're not even going, I haven't even touched into sexual pleasure and understanding how we get pleased. Okay. Okay. Then we have babies and we give birth, and that whole hormone change. And I mean, I'm just saying, and then you want to step in after you didn't um went through these surgeries, and I'm not going to downplay that either, because you went through pains to get these breast implants and have hormone surgery. I mean, not hormone surgery, hormone replacements to emulate how you felt on the inside. Okay, but you still don't know the pain of being a woman at all. Okay, so Angelica, go have several seats. Okay, I'm speaking directly to you, and I might add you on it. Go have several seats and read a book on biology and how it works. Okay? Because no matter how many surgeries your dumb ass, okay, have, no matter how many hormones you take, no matter how much weave you put or how long you grow out your hair, I don't care how many boyfriends you have, okay, you'll never be me. You can't get it because you done got it. And I'm not afraid of that. I'm not afraid of it. Okay. But I did take your comment as an attack against me as a woman. You declared war. And when a woman responds back to you to say, to correct you, like, come on, what the fuck are you talking about? Now, she might not have been in a way that was received, okay? She didn't say it in a way to receive. It wasn't received, and there were certain triggers like mental illness, like bleeding and stuff like that. It might have been a little trigger to you. But have several seats. Get a book, and you go to you are. I put you in timeout, and I'm gonna need you to read a biology book. Okay, specifically the male and the female organs, and I want you to learn about DNA, chromosomes. Okay, no surgery can change your chromosomes, bitch. Okay, now let me address T.S. Madison. Like, T.S. Madison, I like you. I don't know you personally, but I watched your show on occasion. I like you. What? What? Go. Why did you enter this conversation? And you posting on her just hilarious, admitting that someone thought that she was a transgendered woman. And that was supposed to do what? What point? Now, I seen Comedy Hype, the video where you explaining the whole thing, and to me, just in general, it just sounds like you were backpedaling and pussy popping because the majority of the LGBTQIA community does not support that bullshit. Okay, nah, there's only a small amount of delusional transgender women that agrees with what Angelica said. Okay, and now you got to backpedal and pussy pop because there's probably women that support you. Now you got to say, well, what I was trying to say is I posted that to say that Just Hilarious experienced transphobia. How? Because all it sounds like to me is that she got shamed for having hard features as a woman. If anything, you're telling me that transgender have a look. And I feel like you initially posted that to try to shame her, to say you don't, but before you want to come to my sister in transgenderism, okay, don't forget you was mistaken as one of us. That's what you really was saying. And then you came back with the pat pedal and pussy pop and said, I just wanted to show that she's experienced transphobia. How when she's not a transgender? She experienced a good old fashioned roasting. That's what it was. It was to shame her looks. Okay, that wasn't transphobia. So I I don't know if any of y'all saw that with T.S. Maligan. You backpedaling pussy pop, and I love you, but that's what it was. Okay, so I don't even know or understand why you got involved. Okay, um, now let me get into. So I don't even know why you get involved, T.S. Madison. This isn't your fight. That was an argument between Jess Hilarious and Angelica Ross. That was her last name, Angelica Ross. Okay, you should have sat down. Okay, now you found yourself backpedaling and pussy pop. Okay, then we have Flame Monroe, who I absolutely love. Okay, it may be just because we is a Cancer, not just be loving Cancer. It is what it is. But I think she's a Cancer. I think if she's a Leo or a Gemini, I love them too as well. But I have a special affection for my Cancer people out there. But she's always been very well spoken, and she's always had the position of like, I'm not any, I'm not trying to replace a woman. I know what I am. I know that I am a man who has transgendered partially over, you know what I'm saying? And she was the first one and the only one, as I've seen, that has actually checked some of the LGBTQ communities like, nah, you're going too far, and I don't agree with that. Like when that whole what's his name? Malik Yoba was on the Breakfast Club with those other transgender women. And that's when I first heard all the uh okay. I don't know what just happened, okay, with Instagram, but I'm gonna keep going on with what I'm talking about here. When that whole word acrobat of transgender and cis this and cis that arrived to me. That was maybe like about 2, 3 years ago, and Malik Yoba was trying to say, "I just love all women," but you like transgender women more, and that's actually okay. I'm saying, if anything, I'm a little bit sad because I used to have a crush on Malik Yoba, but I'm not the type of woman he wants. Okay, I mean, I never had a real anyway. Okay, you was never in my circle, so I'm not even, it's just like me being mad because black men like black white women. No, but when you get in trouble because of a white woman, I said, well, you chose them over me. Okay, that's all I'm going to say. I'm not fearful of y'all. Okay, now maybe I might be speaking for myself, but I do see the attack on women. Okay, now with other watching other commentaries, it's like it seems like it's just us. So let's address that part. It's just black women against black transgender women. That's bullshit. Okay. So once again, my camera switched off on Instagram. I don't know if this Instagram doing it, are they blocking me? Because I had two people that was watching me, and then all of a sudden I'm not. Okay, so it must be is whoever's running this a transgendered person, hmm, that you're trying to block this message. Okay, because whatever needs to be said will be said, and people will see it. Okay, period. So I'm gonna keep on. Okay, um, I'm weird. I'm confused in where you say that I'm afraid. Women are afraid. What are we afraid of? That you'll take over? That you'll start having periods and having babies? That you want to take on our discrimination and what we have to go through as black women or as just women? Why would I be afraid of that? That's like the whole Rachel Delazal situation, okay? Where I hope I said her name correct, where she appropriated blackness. She identified as a black woman for years, okay? And people were upset about it. It's like, why? This is a woman that faked being black. And it wasn't like she was just doing it and she was uh uh what's the word I want to say? She was bigging up the black, like she was representing us as ghetto. She freaking ran a chapter of the NAACP. She wasn't out here acting like little baby, dumb baby, the one. I meet you outside. I meet you outside. You know those white women that be like, all I know is the hood. I love the hood. I identify. No, not those ignorant bitches. She literally was doing stuff to help the black community, and we were mad. Some of us were mad, like, you want to be a part of us? Come on. Get the whole, she black. She black. Okay. She wasn't black when it was convenient. She was black. She could identify as being black. Okay. She didn't get to grow up as black. And I think maybe that's the feeling that some people feel. It's like, how can you be say black when you don't know what it is to be black, but you saying you identify as black? How do you know? Again, okay. I see you. I see you, Zuckerberg, metaverse. Okay. I see Zuckerberg. Okay. I see what you're doing. Okay. the message is still going to go out. I said what I said. Okay. But fuck that. Okay. She didn't represent us in a bad light. Okay. So why we mad? Well, I get it that she wasn't black. You don't know what it is to be black, but you're saying claiming to be black. That's not right. I get it. Okay. I get it. Okay. But and that's kind of like how we feel. But it's like if she wants to take on being black, let's give her the full black experience, bitches. Okay, let's give her the full black experience. Don't pick and choose what you want to do. And at the core of it, this is really just men telling us women what we are when it comes down to it. Whether you believe you a woman or not, this is still man telling us what womanhood is. Okay, we have men, yeah, we have men saying that, oh, this is not what a woman, you don't own womanhood. Angelica, love you. You're a man. You have no idea what it is to be a woman. And I need you to acknowledge that. I need that. Okay? You're a man. You have no fucking idea what you're talking about. We don't own periods and shit. We don't want to own them. And if you had one, you wouldn't want it. Again, so I'm going to end this with I stand with Just Hilarious completely. And I want to say this, Angelica. You threatened my sister. Make her bleed in another way. I will come for your whole neck. Y'all already got violence against y'all. I know. Okay. I have a whole uncle, a transgender uncle that died because he was transgender. No. Okay. And that's not funny. It's not funny. I don't think it's funny. Okay. I had a whole uncle that died allegedly because of someone killed him. You understand me? Allegedly. I don't know for a fact, but no one killed him. Someone killed him. Okay. I know because the metaverse they don't want this message to go out. That's why I'm breaking up. Okay. They don't want this message to go out. Period. Okay. But so I know that you all are getting murdered because there's just such serious hate against transgender people. Okay. More the women than the men. Okay. And I don't believe anyone should be should fear for their life for any reason at all, for being who they want to be. Okay. Period. Okay. The title of the video is Womanhood. It's about Angelica Ross said something about women not owning womanhood, not being the gatekeepers of womanhood just because we bleed. Okay. Is Angelica Ross is a transgendered woman, aka a man that is dressing up as a woman. Not even just dressing up, but went through the whole surgery acting like a woman. No shit. Okay. I don't know what came about with Kamala Harris or whatever is going on with her. I don't know. I don't care. Okay. Enlighten me later. Okay. I'm talking about this attack on women. And I don't care what anybody say. What Angelica did and what she said was an attack on womanhood. And anyone who believes and supports that is an attack on womanhood. Okay? It's an attack on womanhood. And we didn't start it. She did. I don't give a fuck about that. I don't. Politicians lie. That's what they do. Politicians lie. They say what they need to say to get into their positions. And I'm just like, I'm talking about the serious attack on Black women and then others trying to downplay the attack, that it wasn't an attack. Okay, so, but he's not a transgender man. I mean, woman. He's just gay. He is not denying that he's a man. He's a man being a man that like men. Okay, I'm talking about those few transgendered men that actually are trying to say that they are a woman and they can be like us. Okay, that is telling us that we're not, you know what I'm saying? I'm not even saying replacing us because they could never. Okay, they could never replace us ever, 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 and ever, ever. And I wouldn't trust any type of man divine, a man derived scientific change of someone's DNA because there's going to be some consequences to it. Like, yeah, you can change your DNA and you can actually be a woman per your DNA, but you grow a tail, you know, and not a pretty tail either. You know what I'm saying? Or you in 10 years you'll turn into a pumpkin. I mean, you know what I'm saying? So no man can tell me that I'm not a woman and tell me what womanhood is. Okay? Period. So Angelica, again, has several seats. Go read a biology book specifically when you talk about the genders and study up on chromosomes and then come back to me with that same theory. Because right now, everything anybody that supports what this Angelica Ross says is just doing verbal acrobats, just like those fools on the Breakfast Club with Malika that was doing all this bullshit talking, you know what I'm saying, about when all this, get the fuck out of here. And again, who the fuck approves of calling women cisgender? Who approves of this prefix? Probably the same one that approved of the labeling Latinos and Latinas. Hold on. Okay, so apparently Instagram isn't here on it. Uh, I'm gonna have to record that later. Okay.